Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're tackling a common concern: how to lose arm fat effectively. Let's dive in. Arm fat is excess fat that the body stores in the upper extremities. The body contains two types of fat, visceral and subcutaneous. Visceral fat surrounds the organs and subcutaneous fat sits just under the skin. Though it makes up a smaller percentage of overall body fat, some visceral fat is important for the general protection of the organs. However, high visceral fat percentages are potentially linked to several health conditions, including cardiovascular disease, breast cancer, and dementia. Meanwhile, arm fat is considered subcutaneous fat, which is less concerning than excess visceral fat for overall health. From a physiological perspective, arm fat isn't necessarily harmful, but it can be a marker of overall body fat percentage and a risk factor for metabolic disorders, such as type 2 diabetes, says Brea Lofton, Mississippi, a registered dietitian nutritionist for the metabolic tracker Lumen. Therefore, reducing arm fat through lifestyle changes such as a healthy diet and regular exercise can have positive health implications. Causes of excess arm fat accumulates when a person generally consumes more calories than they burn. Excess calories are stored in the body as fat, according to Emily Skye, an Australia-based fitness trainer and the creator of wellness app Emily Skye Fit. In other words, women who have higher estrogen levels tend to store more fat in their arms than men who have higher androgen levels. Hormonal imbalances, which can be caused by factors ranging from menopause to thyroid disorders, can also contribute to the accumulation of arm fat, according to Lofton. However, there are ways to trim arm fat, even for people fighting against genetics. Expert-backed tips to lose unwanted arm fat. Because every body is different, there isn't a one-size-fits-all program for arm fat elimination. However, there are steps an individual can take to reduce unwanted arm fat, including the expert guidance below. Focus on total body fat loss. Spot reduction is a myth, according to Lofton. In other words, a person can't effectively reduce arm fat alone. However, a person doesn't get to choose which fat on their body is used for this process. The only way to lose fat in the arms is by reducing overall body fat through the incorporation of both healthy eating habits and specifically targeted exercises to support intended health and body weight goals overall, says Lofton. Lift weights. Someone interested in burning calories faster and improving the appearance of their arms should consider picking up some dumbbells. While a person can't spot reduce fat, they can improve the appearance and definition of their arm muscles with strength training, says Skye. Research shows that resistance training can be effective in reducing total fat mass while also increasing muscle mass and strength. Muscle is more metabolically active than fat, which means an increase in muscle mass can help the body burn more calories and potentially fat throughout the day. It's essential to strike a balance in training as well, says Skye. For instance, it's important to work both the front, biceps, and the back, triceps, of the upper arms. A person doesn't need to lift super heavy either, says Skye. Smashing through more repetitions with a lighter weight can help maximize fat burn. Crank up the cardio. 2 cardiovascular exercise helps burn fat and calories, which can help reduce overall body fat, including body fat in the arms, says Lofton. At least 30 minutes of moderate intensity cardio roughly 3 to 5 times per week can be beneficial in balancing an individual's consumed calories, suggests Lofton. Research shows that combining both weight training and cardiovascular exercise ultimately provides the most fat-reducing power. Eating protein throughout the day, rather than just at one meal, can also better stimulate muscle growth, according to Scheinman. If a person struggles to get enough protein from food sources, protein supplements, like protein powders, can help, she adds. To determine the baseline amount of protein one should eat daily, consider consulting with a registered dietitian for a personalized assessment. Scale back on insulin-spiking snacks. There are two strategies when it comes to fat loss, according to Dr. Bickman: low-calorie or low insulin. While the low-calorie approach is the decades-old view of attempting to eat less and exercise more, the alternative approach is to avoid processed, sugary, empty-calorie foods. The avoidance of insulin-spiking foods such as breads, cereals, chips, and sweets generally leads to greater fat loss despite no overt calorie restriction, reports Dr. Bickman. Foods rich in nutrients, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, legumes, and lean protein sources, can help support overall weight management goals and prevent fat storage in unwanted areas, such as the arms, says Lofton. Drink more water beyond maintaining adequate hydration levels and helping remove waste from the body. Water consumption is important for fat loss too. How to prevent arm fat. The best way to avoid fat accumulation, in the arms or elsewhere, is to maintain a balanced diet and exercise regularly. Muscle mass declines with age, starting as young as one's 30s, and this loss of muscle can certainly add to the appearance of arm fat, says Scheinman. And there you have it. With dedication and these expert tips, you can say goodbye to unwanted arm fat. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more health and fitness tips.